everybody, hope you're having a great day. Right, so I know I am. So hopefully it gets better and better, keeps getting better and better. So hey, before we get started, hopefully you like the channel. Hopefully you'll give it a thumbs up. You'll subscribe down below. You'll turn that red thing to white, and then you hit that little bell icon right next to it. I think it's actually over here. Is where it comes out when I impose it on the screen. So, but hopefully you like it. Today we're going to come at you with another cooking recipe that I think that you'll be interested in. Hey, this channel is all about keto, low carb lifestyle. If you're into recipes, information about that, losing weight, getting into shape, getting your health back, this is the place for you, right? So hopefully you'll, like I say, thumbs up on this, and you'll subscribe down below for more. You hit that little bell icon, so as we put content out, you'll see it and you'll get notified of it. So when you do that thumbs up thing, it really helps out the YouTube channel a lot. It tells YouTube that people are actually liking my content, and that other folks that are doing keto or low carb may like it as well. So if they're searching for stuff, it will recommend the videos for them. So if you could do me a favor and hit that, especially smash that thumbs up, that really means a lot. So also want to remind you that I do most of the cooking stuff that you see today, whether it's the blender I'm going to be using, or actually I've used already, or the mixer, or any of the ingredients. A lot of the ingredients are all found down below in the links down below. Generally I put the recipe down there, and then below the recipe you'll see some of my favorite things that I use, and they're in that links in there below. So check them out, and if you have any questions or anything, let me know. There's also some contact information. I also have a Facebook group that I've kind of started. It's small. Mostly I'm the only one posting stuff, but if you have stuff that you'd like to share, or information or questions to ask that hopefully somebody can answer or help out, it's a good place to socialize. Not a lot of restrictions around it other than no spam. So check it out. Check out that. And I also have an Instagram down there too as well. So if you look at the Instagram name on the link down there, you can check me out on Instagram. I got to get more active. I haven't been real active in it, but I really have. So I want to also give out, because in the last video I had asked a question at the end of the video. I have a cover that goes over my mic, so when I'm out and I'm walking around on my action camera, when I'm walking around, if there's wind or anything like that, it takes all the noise and stuff out of the wind. I asked what that was called. Michelle at Keto Mama Michelle, she know that it was a dead cat, and that's what they call it. I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but they call it a dead cat because it looks like a big big ball of fur that you put over the microphone to cut all the wind noise out. So big shout out to Keto Mama Michelle. I'll put a link down to her page down below, so you can go check her out as well. I'm sure she would appreciate it. She's got a pretty good channel. So today I'm going to come at you with baking something that kind of seen it a lot all over or a version of it all over the YouTube these days. Everybody seems to be doing a protein modified fasting version of bread or muffins or something of that nature. So what I'm going to come at you with today is a bread, but this is a coconut flour bread. I also got a request to bake some things with the coconut flour. So the Kinetics, I forget the name of the I guess I should have looked up. They had asked me if I could cook some things with coconut flour. So this is kind of one of those requests that I got asked. I've gotten asked several requests now, so I have things lined up as well as my wife and I have some other things planned coming up as well. So hopefully you like it. Hopefully it comes out really good and you enjoy it. Again, this is coconut flour white bread. So again, we'll go through it. It's pretty easy to make. So I'm going to turn my oven on to 350 and get that started because I always forget that. That seems to be one of those things I forget. So then I'm going to take the camera. We're going to angle it down here so that we can see it. See the mixing. And let's see if I can get this camera closer. Pointing it down. Hopefully that's good. All right, so we're going to go through this, and what we're going to start up with is we're going to actually take the coconut flour. This is 3/4 of a cup of coconut flour. So not almond flour, coconut flour. Coconut flour is a lot different than almond flour, so just be cautious about it. So it's not a one-to-one. Coconut flour is much more absorbent. Then we're going to put in our baking powder. This is about 4 tablespoons of baking powder. We're going to put that in there. We're going to put in about a half a salt in here, about a half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to put that in here. And then we're going to kind of blend these together just to kind of get them pre-mixed. So this will make our dough, or start making our dough anyway. So then we're going to mix together some wet ingredients into it. So I'm going to put some apple cider vinegar in here. This is 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. We're going to mix that in with that. Then we got eggs. We got 7 egg whites that we're going to mix into it. So we're going to mix the egg whites into it. I'm actually going to use the liquid egg whites just versus the regular eggs, because I don't know what to do with all the extra yolks. I have some recipes I could use them in, but I don't want to hold on to them very long. And then also coconut oil. We've got about 7 tablespoons of coconut oil. I'm going to mix that in. And we're going to mix this all together. Like I said, the coconut flour is very, very absorbent, so you don't need very much of it. It goes a long way. So once we have this pretty well mixed together and it looks pretty good, we're actually going to mix some other. So then we're going to take and mix the second part of this. And the second part of this is just nothing more than mixing some egg whites with some of the cream of tartar. Cream of tartar is actually used just to help stabilize the egg whites. So this is another 7 egg whites. And then this is the cream of tartar. This is about a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. And the cream of tartar is really, again, is just used to help stabilize as we beat the eggs, as we get them to a stiff peak, to really help keep them stabilized. So we're going to just go through that. I'm going to plug in my little hand mixer. We do have a little mixer that we could just set this in, and I don't know. I just feel better when I do it. So I'm just going to beat this. I'm going to beat this until it's stiff. We'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's stiff. All right, we're back. This is all whipped up. You can see it's got nice peaks on it, so it looks like it's staying pretty stable. Looks good. I think we're done beating it. I had to switch bowls with the dough in it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take about 1/3 of this. I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to fold it in. It's a pretty easy recipe. It's not really super hard. you know, if I can cook it, just about anybody can cook it. So, like I say, I'm not the chef of the house, so. So once you think you got it pretty well folded in, it looks like it's pretty well mixed in. Next, I'm going to take a pan. I'm going to use a 9x5 pan. I'm going to line it with parchment paper. So we're going to put it in here. Parchment paper just helps keep it from sticking, and it makes it much easier to take out afterwards. I'm going to spread this out a little bit so it looks like a little loaf of bread. Alright, that's all there is to it. Then we're going to throw this in the oven for about 50 minutes on the lower shelf of the oven. Throw it in there. Put the timer on 50 minutes. Turn it on. And when the timer is done, we'll come back and see what it looks like. I'll see you in about 50 minutes or in 2 seconds in video land. Alright, it's out of the oven. I just took it out, so I'll show you what it looks like. Give me 2 bits of this. So I'll show you what it looks like in the pan. So this is what it looks like in the pan. We're going to pop it out. It's still pretty hot, so we're going to point the camera down here. Get it on the plate. And this is why I do it in the parchment paper. See how easy it is to take it out. Now, we're going to let that cool for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and do the taste test, alright? So, but that's what it looks like. Slide it off of here. Alright, we'll come back in a few minutes when it cools and we'll do a taste test. Alright, now here comes the best part of the video. Again, this is what it looks like. It's still pretty warm. The plate is really, really hot on the bottom. I'm going to cut off a little tiny piece on the end here. I'll show you what it looks like inside. Is the camera going to focus on that or not? I can still see the steam coming up from it. Again, that's what the inside of the loaf looks like. So it's pretty dense. Again, it's made with coconut flour, so it's going to have a coconutty taste to it. So just so you know that. It's actually pretty good. I would say if I made the eggs and I beat them a little longer. Oops, get back here a little bit more so you can see me better. Sorry, tip it up a little bit. If I whipped those eggs a little bit, the white egg whites, and made them a little bit stiffer, it may have come out a little more volume-wise, a little higher. It's actually not bad though. It's pretty good. It's a nice little treat. Now again, it's with coconut flour, so if you're allergic to almond flour or nuts or anything else, with the exception of coconuts, pretty good, gluten-free, right? You know, it also has no Zamgian gum in it. It has no psyllium husk in it. So it doesn't have any of those things. So if you don't like those things, this is probably the way to go for you. Again, what I would probably do is take a little tiny piece of butter, put it on there. Oop. Trying to get it on there. Put it on there. It's hot, still breaking apart a little bit because it's so warm. Yeah, either that or some whatever you want, jelly on it or peanut butter, or you want to make a little sandwich out of it. You want to toast it for breakfast to have with some eggs. Definitely good. So try it. If you try it, let me know what you think down below. I'd appreciate it. So I'm going to go through the macros on this real quick. So the macros on this thing are as such that it's it says that on the recipe originally it was 18 slices. I'm not sure that's a realistic. That's pretty thin slices. So but it says 18 slices on the original recipe, so I didn't change it. I did change some of the other ingredients around. So this is 1 carb per serving. This is 1 total carb per serving. So even if you did 9 pieces in this, it would be 2 total carbs per serving, which is probably what I would do, right? And the fiber in here is 0.3, so that means net carbs is 0.7, right? So less than 1. Calories is 73. The fat content in it is 6.9, and the protein is 2.3. So pretty good. Really low carb. Really good for you. Again, maybe beat the eggs a little bit more to make it a little fluffier and a little lighter. I probably cut them too short. I guess the realistic test, I guess, when you're beating eggs is to turn the pan up sideways, and they start sliding. Then I guess they're not stiff enough. So I should have done that. I'm learning as I go. I'm no chef, but I'm getting better all the time. So hopefully, as the recipes get more complicated, I will get better at them too as well. So we have a bunch of other stuff coming up. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Hit that little bell icon down below. I guess it'd be over here, and that subscribe button that turn that red thing to white. That would be really super. That thumbs up again tells YouTube if people like the video or not, and then if people like the video, it will suggest to other people doing keto and low carb lifestyle, hey, this is the video to watch for you. So hopefully you'll do that for me if you got something out of it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, I would ask if somebody can tell me the hat that I have on today. You put in the comments the hat that I'm wearing today. I'll give you a shout out on the next video. So so if you watch it until the end and you answer the question, what's the hat, I'll give you a shout out just like I did to Michelle today. So hey, you guys have an awesome day. We'll see you next time. You know, be good to each other, be kind to everybody, treat everybody with respect and love, just like you'd want to be treated. Let's be kind to each other. Let's help each other. Let's make this world a better place, a healthier place, and a safer place. And we'll talk to you next time.